Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming. And in honour of the recent announcement of the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, we are playing Mortal Kombat 4 today for the PlayStation 1. And, it's not a bad game, but it's definitely got its detractors. It was the first Mortal Kombat game to go full 3D, or partially 3D I suppose. But to start off with, let's have a look at the intro movie, just to set the scene. So, Raiden is going to give us a quick lore dump to explain where we are in the timeline and what's happening.
Thousands of years ago, in a battle with the fallen elder god known as Shinnok, I was responsible for the death of an entire civilization. To rid all realms of Shinnok's menace, I waged a war that plunged the Earth into centuries of darkness and banished Shinnok into a place called the Netherrealm. Now, after Shao Kahn's defeat at the hands of Earth's warriors, Shinnok has managed to escape his confines in the Netherrealm. The war is now being fought once again. Only this time, it can be won by mortals.
Yeah, so thousands of years ago, Raiden took out this evil elder god called Shinnok, but now Shinnok's back, and he's wanting revenge, and he wants to destroy the Earth, all the usual stuff. Now, the next little video I'm going to show you before we start the game, this was the TV ad for Mortal Kombat 4 back in the day, and it's pretty good, some pretty good makeup and effects here for a TV ad.
The crushing.
So that's our man Shinnok, the new enemy, the new main antagonist.
The shattering blow of the club.
Reptile,
The
of course, Scorpion,
the blade.
Raiden there.
They call to you.
So yeah, not a bad little TV ad. Right, with that out of the way, let's get into the game proper. So we've got our options set. Now, so one-on-one, of course. Right, let's start with one of the new characters. So let's go with Quan Chi. So Quan Chi is a sorcerer, number 2 to Shinnok, the main bad guy. So we've got a variety of towers here, and what you can do actually is if you, I think, is it select button? No, this, yeah, you press the start button, sorry, and you can rotate the towers to give yourself different opponents. Let's go with the warrior tower, because I haven't played this for a while. Okay, so who's up first? Reptile. Okay. A bit of a kick in here. Come on, Quan Chi, wake up. Ow! That's gonna hurt. Alright, round 2. Let's see if we can do better this time. So the combo system is a bit more simplistic this time around than it was in Mortal Kombat 3, but it's still there, and you can still perform like basic kicks and punches linked together.
Round 3. Fight.
There we go. And we'll just break his legs for good measure. Next up, Kai.
Round 1. Fight.
So one of the other new innovations of this version of Mortal Kombat was weapons. Each character had their own weapon which they could draw, but they were very slow and clunky and quite tricky to use. So more often than not, you're better just going without the weapon. But the interesting thing is, one hit from your opponent and you would drop the weapon, and your opponent could pick it up, and then they could use the same attacks that you used a minute ago. So it actually adds a bit of variety to the fighting as well. Kai's weapon there, a Gurkha knife. Do another leg breaker. There we go. Quan Chi wins. Okay, on to the next fight. Johnny Cage. So this is quite a good stage here. This is the Prison of Souls, which is actually a reused asset from the Mortal Kombat Mythologies spin-off game, which kind of served as a prequel to Mortal Kombat 4. And yeah, so this background and that stage music is actually taken from Mortal Kombat Mythologies, which I think is a game that, you know, is flawed, but I like it.
Round 2, fight.
Johnny Cage is on the offensive, yeah. He might be in trouble, yeah. Then again.
Round 3, fight.
That's a Crocodile Dundee knife there, isn't it? Yeah. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Apologies, Australian fans. That was a really poor attempt at an accent. Uh-oh, stage fatality incoming. Reminiscent of Superman 2 here, but with a much gorier ending.
Johnny Cage wins.
Yep.
Fatality.
So, yep, Quan Chi is out of the game for now. So, 9 continues left. Who are we going to go with? Let's go for Jax. Jax has, I think, the fastest projectile in the game, so that's handy. Pretty decent. I think he's quite a high tier character in this game. Oh dear, I'm getting absolutely battered here. Johnny Cage is on the warpath.
Round 2, fight. Finish him.
Oh dear. Right, that didn't go according to plan. Alright, let's bring in Raiden.
Round 1, fight.
This is Goro's lair, which you'll remember from Mortal Kombat 1. Not that one, the original Mortal Kombat 1992. Not the recent game, which they, for some bizarre reason, decided to call Mortal Kombat 1 just to mess up everybody's continuity. Right. Raiden wins.
Round 2, fight.
Raiden and Liu Kang are the two easiest characters to pick up in this game if you haven't played it before, but you've played the previous Mortal Kombats, because their moveset is almost unchanged. to the next fight. Sonya. Now Sonya can be difficult. She's got a really annoying habit of using command grabs from distance.
Round 1. Fight!
See, these projectiles that are in the levels do a disproportionately high amount of damage, which is good if you can get a hold of it, but it's frustrating if the enemy just hits you with 2 or 3 of them rapid and decimates your energy bar. I think it's one of those that these days, for the sake of balance, they would probably be taken out or heavily nerfed if people were, you know, updating this game for balance and whatever. There we go. Right, and Raiden moves on. Okay, Reiko.
Round 1. Fight!
See, the best version of this game actually is on the Sega Dreamcast, and it's called Mortal Kombat Gold. It's a bit like, it does for Mortal Kombat 4 what Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 did for Mortal Kombat 3. It's the same game but with slightly better balancing, quite a few extra characters, overall performance improvements, although it's still a bit rough. But unfortunately it was on the Dreamcast and hardly anybody bought one of those, so it's one of those rare games which a lot of people are hoping is going to be included in this new Legacy Collection, because I've never actually played it. I've seen plenty of videos of it, but I've never played it, and I'm unlikely to if it doesn't get re-released, because the Dreamcast is notoriously hard to emulate. So. Oh dear. Yeah, Reiko was just not letting me through that. Alright, back to the drawing board. Let's go with... who should we go next? Let's go Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. Round 1. Fight!
Thank you, Reiko. You've just done me a massive favour there. There we go. Yes, that was, you know, that was cheap, but I don't really care. Because the computer is always cheap in Mortal Kombat anyway, so... Not getting away with it this time. Oh, good combo. Good combo. Using the sidestep very well, that.
Round 3. Fight!
I mean, you know, this game's got its flaws, but you can definitely see a lot of the early sort of elements here that were later refined for games like Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, which came a few years later. You know, they were experimenting, and you're going to get things wrong when you experiment with new game styles. So.
Round 1. Fight!
I mean, what you got to remember is, you know, Mortal Kombat 4 is seen as a disappointment, but at the time, it performed a lot better than Street Fighter 3, which came out about the same time. So, you know, there is that. A little bit of perspective. That's no slight on Street Fighter 3, you know, that's a good game as well, in my opinion. Gets a lot of hate that it doesn't deserve, simply because it tried to be different. But, yeah, you know, just perspective. It's easy to... This is an easy game to mock, but I think it's got a lot going for it. And for a first attempt, I think it's not a bad 3D fighter. Although it's not really 3D if we're being honest.
Sub-Zero wins.
Okay, we move on. Liu Kang. Oh, we're only one fight away from Goro now. So we beat Liu Kang, we're on to the sub-boss.
Round one, fight.
Liu Kang won't be easy. He never is. Wait a minute here, that's a bit harsh. Liu Kang was taking no prisoners there.
Fight.
Yeah, we're losing a continue here. And we're getting our back broken for our effort. Right, what's next? Who to go next? Now, let's give Shinnok a try. He is the new big bad after all. Not much of a character in his own right though. A bit like Shang Tsung, he has the ability to mimic other characters, but he doesn't actually have any special moves of his own. So we're going with just basic punches and kicks here mostly, because I can't remember any of the inputs for the morphs, not morphs, the sort of imitations. Because to get around the problem of loading in a new character, like Shinnok's moveset would just change to that character's moveset. He wouldn't actually turn into them. So it was a clever workaround for the Shang Tsung morph problem that they had on Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Mortal Kombat 3 on the PlayStation. Wherein every time you morph, the game would freeze to load in that new character. Oh, almost had him there.
Round three, fight.
No, I'm getting a kick in here. Another Mortal Kombat mythology stage here. This is the Shaolin Monastery, which was level 1 of the game. Uh-oh. I'm getting fireballed. Boom! Bye-bye, Shinnok.
Fatality.
Okay. Still got 5 continues left, though. We should be alright. Okay, let's go with Scorpion.
Scorpion. Fight.
Yes, the ability to sidestep now creates a major headache for Scorpion players who over-rely on the harpoon. There we go. 1-0.
Round two, fight. Well done.
Okay, we got him. And on to Goro. Now Goro, a bit like in Mortal Kombat 1, he hits very hard, but he's quite exploitable if you know what to do. You'll see what I mean once we get into it. Doesn't always work, but there are certain tricks that usually work. So you jump in. Try not to whiff the uppercut. Whenever he does that, uppercut him. Just instinctively. He likes to back into the corner, beat his chest, and sometimes he'll do like the ground pound as well. But just keep him in the corner, kick and uppercut. When he jumps in, uppercut. Watch out for his fireball. And that is just, well, it's just unfortunate. If he does that, you're in trouble because you're not going to block it. Almost got him. One more hit will do it. There we go. 1-0 Scorpion. So you see how it works. Jump in and then uppercut. But make sure that you duck because most of his counter attacks are high. I don't think he has any low attacks. Yep, you do that, Goro, and I will just uppercut you. You can combo him now as well, which you couldn't really do in Mortal Kombat 1, so that's it. Well, there is a danger of that happening. See, all of his attacks go high, so as long as you duck, you'll usually be okay unless he does a stomp or a throw. Yeah. Right, 1-1, but you see the technique here, right? You see the trick to beating him is just to keep jumping in and then ducking. And when he gets into that range where he's just out of uppercut range, roundhouse him. Ah, he's got me this time. But we'll get him next time. Still got 4 continues left. We're all right. Okay, let's go with Johnny Cage. I mean, he's the one that beat Goro in the movie, right? So, yeah. Don't think we can punch Goro in the balls in this one, unfortunately.
Round 1, fight!
Uh-oh. Goro remembers what happened in the movie and he's not happy about it. Wow, that was brutal. Sometimes it's just unfair that way and there's nothing you can do about it. Round 2.
Fight!
Oh, Goro is just being obnoxious this time around. He's not giving us a look in. No, he's just going to keep doing that stomp. Sometimes that happens and you just have to take it. There's nothing you can do about that. The AI just decides to be unreasonable. Sub-Zero.
Round 1, fight!
God, look at how little damage my uppercut did. Goro's just... Nah, he just wasn't for being reasonable that time.
Round 2, fight! Superb!
2 continues left. Raiden. Raiden's probably my strongest character in this game.
Round 1. Fight.
Watch now as Goro utterly annihilates me just to prove a point.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, for goodness sake, he's just gonna keep doing that, isn't he? Right. We'll have to go back to Scorpion because I was onto something with him. Gonna have to win 2 fights in a row here.
Scorpion.
Alright.
Fight.
So we just had to get ripped into Goro right from the start. Don't give him time to settle. This is a high risk, high reward strategy. As you can see, all the good work can be undone very quickly. Come on. Yes! 1-0 Scorpion.
Round 2. Fight.
So again, just get at him as quickly as we can. One more hit. Yes, he's down. We are on to the final boss. Shinnok. So compared to Goro, Shinnok should be an easier fight, but it's still not going to be a pushover. Originally, Goro, if I remember correctly, wasn't in the arcade version. He was added for the PlayStation version because the feeling was that just having Shinnok made the game too easy, as in terms of like boss characters. Because he's a lot easier than, you know, the likes of Shao Kahn or anything like that. Right, 1-0 Scorpion. Let's get this done.
Round 2. Fight.
Oops. Almost got him. Oh, nice little sidestep there, Shinnok. And we've got him. So first of all, his face gets blown off, and then he gets pulled through a portal back to the Netherrealm. Scorpion's ending's quite cool as well. So Scorpion at this point still believes that the original Sub-Zero killed his family.
By defeating you, Sub-Zero, I have avenged the death of my family and clan. Now my soul can finally rest.
Your soul will never rest, Scorpion. The Lin Kuei may have been responsible for your murder, but your family's true killer still remains free.
If you are not the murderer, then who is?
I am the one you seek. To defeat my nemesis Sub-Zero, I needed the power of a Spectre. You've done my bidding well, Scorpion. But now I must return you to the Netherrealm.
So Scorpion has dragged Quan Chi with him back to hell. And that's actually canon because that gets referenced in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and Deception later on. So the Mortal Kombat 4 design team. So that was Mortal Kombat 4. The FMV endings were a nice touch. It's a shame they never really brought those back in any future games because they were fun. You know, terrible acting, but of course that's par for the course. It's late 90s video games, so what do you expect? But yeah, it's you know, Mortal Kombat 5's Mortal Kombat 4 rather is a, you know, it's an important part of the series. I think it's a good game. I think the problem is the first three were so good and this was a little bit below because, as I said before, they were experimenting with new ideas and new ways to present the game and whatever. And, I think it does alright. Story-wise, Mortal Kombat 4 is actually very important to the lore if you delve deeper into the story of it. So for that alone, it's worth being part of the new collection that's coming out, I think. Oh, another little quirk of PlayStation 1 era games is that the sound will loop if the track runs out before the credits finish, which is what just happened there. But even back then, you can see it's a massive crew of people that work on these games. You know, to think that they managed to develop this in, I think it was only about 18 months. It's quite amazing, actually. So, that was Mortal Kombat 4 for the PlayStation 4. I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to see any other character playthroughs, please let me know and I'll do my best to accommodate you. In the meantime, please like, share, subscribe, all the usual nonsense, and stay tuned here on Tartan Samurai Gaming. We're going to be doing a bit more Mortal Kombat stuff over the next couple of weeks. I've got some ideas for retrospective playthroughs I want to do, so stay tuned, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.